Okay, here we are, my friends, with the end of our book. Chapter 9, Master of the Animals. The Sabertooth crept forward. Jack stared in horror. "Play the flute," whispered Annie. "Is she nuts?" Jack thought. "Try it," said Annie. Jack held the mammoth bone flute to his lips, and he blew. The flute made a strange sound. The tiger froze. He glared at Jack. Jack's hands shook. The tiger growled, and he took another step. The mammoth roared and stomped the ground with his huge feet. "Play it," said Annie. "Keep playing." Jack blew again. The saber-tooth froze. Jack kept blowing until he ran out of breath. The tiger snarled. "He's still here," whispered Annie. "Keep it up. Keep blowing the flute." Jack closed his eyes. He took a deep breath, and then he blew as hard and as long as he could. He covered and uncovered the holes on the bone. The music sounded strange, as if it were coming from another world. "He's leaving," Annie whispered. Jack raised his eyes. The saber-tooth was slinking off towards the cliffs. "We did it," said Annie. Jack lowered the flute. He felt very tired from all of the blowing. The mammoth waved her trunk happily. "To the treehouse, Lulu," said Annie. The woolly mammoth snorted, and then she lumbered over to the tallest tree. From the back of the mammoth, Jack grabbed the rope ladder. He held it for Annie. She stroked the mammoth's giant ear. "Bye-bye, Lulu. Thank you for everything," she said. Annie grabbed the rope ladder and started up. Peanut climbed up too. After they disappeared into the treehouse, Jack climbed onto the ladder. He looked back at the woolly mammoth. There's Annie and Peanut in the window, and Jack's turning around to look at the woolly mammoth. "Goodbye, girl," he said. "Go home now, and be careful for the saber-tooth." The mammoth walked away into the sunset. When Jack couldn't see her anymore, he started up the rope ladder. He pulled himself into the treehouse. "Ta-da!" said Annie. She handed the Pennsylvania book to Jack. Jack smiled. Now he was positive they had found the third M thing. Their mission was complete. "Before we leave, we have to give our coats back," said Annie. "Oh, right," said Jack. They took off their reindeer-skinned coats and dropped them to the ground. "Brr," said Annie. "I hope the Cro-Magnon people find them." Jack stared out the window. He wanted to take one last look at this prehistoric world. The sun was setting behind the hills. 4 people were crossing the snowy plain. It was the Cro-Magnon family. "Hey!" shouted Annie. "Shh!" said Jack. The Cro-Magnons stopped and peered in Jack and Annie's direction. "We left your reindeer skins down there," Annie said, pointing to the ground. The tallest person stepped forward and raised a spear. "Time to go," said Jack. He grabbed the Pennsylvania book. He found the picture of Frog Creek, and he pointed at it. "I wish we could go home," he said. "Goodbye! Good luck!" Annie waved, calling out the window. The wind started to blow, and the treehouse started to spin. It spun faster and faster, and then everything was still, absolutely still. They're off again. Chapter 10, This Age. Birds sang. The air was soft and warm. "I hope they find their coats," said Annie. "Me too," said Jack, and he pushed his glasses back into place. Squeak! "Hey, you! How did you find the sorcerer?" Annie asked Peanut. Squeak! "It's a secret, huh?" said Annie. She turned to Jack. "Where's the mammoth flute?" He held up the mammoth bone, and then he placed it on the M carved onto the floor, next to the mango from the rainforest, and next to the moonstone from the time of the ninjas. "Moonstone, mango, mammoth bone," Annie said. "We just need one more M thing, and then Morgan will be free from her spell." "Tomorrow," said Jack. Annie patted Peanut on the head. "Goodbye, you," she said. She started down the rope ladder. Jack gathered his things. He paused and glanced at the mouse. She stared at him with big brown eyes. Thanks again for helping us, Jack said to Peanut. Then he climbed down the rope ladder and jumped onto the ground. Jack and Annie ran through the Frog Creek woods onto their street. Their neighborhood looked rosy in the sunset. It's great to be back in this age, Jack said. There's a picture of them with all of their treasures that they need. There's the moonstone, the mango, and the mammoth bone on the letter M. And there's Peanut. Warm and safe and almost home. I'm glad we don't have to go hunting for dinner, he said. Yeah, Mom and Dad probably already did that, said Annie, at the supermarket. I hope they trapped some spaghetti and meatballs, said Jack. I hope they trapped a pizza, said Annie. Hurry, I'm starving, said Jack. They ran up their sidewalk and through their front door. We're home, shouted Annie. What's for dinner? Shouted Jack. What do you think they're having? Look at what they're having for dinner. Spaghetti and meatballs. Do you think they had to hunt for that, or they probably bought it at the store? And there's a picture of another Sabertooth. Scary. Glad they got away. All right, my friends, that is the end of that. Guess where we're going next on our next Jack and Annie adventure? Midnight on the moon. Going to outer space next time. That could be fun. All right. See you later, guys. Have a good day. Bye.